If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Please, I'm begging you. Please. I'm desperate. I don't know what to do. Please subscribe.
And welcome to the Reaver Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, right here on SHR Media, Conservative Media done right. Oh, what is today? Monday. Another weekend by, another day down, and another success for President Donald J. Trump. But before that, I was sent some video today, and supposedly this is from the DNC. It's some insider sent it to me. Hang on, let me check something. And don't forget, before I show you this breaking insider DNC video, don't forget to join the live chats. YouTube, Rumble. I try to keep up with X. I can't guarantee because it's not linked into the program. But jump at the conversation. I don't care if you want to tell me you hate me. Go ahead. Hey, and what's up? Sackhead Sean in the chat. But here's the video, and it's heartbreaking. I can't believe that they act like this.
No.
Mom! I ain't even touching him.
The drama. I think this one here is I can't see exactly, but that might be Chucky Schumer. Because it does have a filled diaper, so I'm pretty sure that's Chucky Schumer. Here's Nancy Pelosi.
I will hold it.
AOC.
That doesn't work with me. Come here.
For the whoever, the anonymous source that sent that to me from the inside the DNC, I thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, if you can't have a little fun, what are you gonna do? It's also been reported that Joe Biden has signed with a Hollywood talent agency. Are you ready for that? Yes. Joe Biden has signed with a creative artist agency, marking a significant move into the entertainment industry's post-presidency. Now we can finally get the remake of Dumb and Dumber that we've always wanted. Exactly, PC. It doesn't work with me. I laugh at my daughter when she tried to pull that drama shit. She sit there looking at her like, and? Oh, the list of successes. We're 2 weeks into President Donald J. Trump, 47th president. We have Mexico has caved. Panama has caved. Colombia has caved. Venezuela has caved. Canada has caved. Mass deportations. Hostages are being brought home that we didn't even know these countries had hostages. Bureaucracy has been slashed. FBI purge is underway. The U.S. aid funding has been canceled. Marco Rubio has been tapped as the acting director. Gender ideology eliminated. Doge has saved us already like $50 billion. 2 weeks, $50 billion they've slashed. 51 intel agencies, or agents, excuse me, not agencies, agents have lost their clearance, lost their security. Border crossing dropped by 53%. Let me rephrase that. Illegal border crossings have dropped by 93%. People, that's winning right there on its own. Exactly. BZ's in the chat also, along with Sackhead Sean. And the Biden crime. Holy shit, I can't talk today. The Biden crime family simply does not know when to go the fuck away. Bye-bye. We're done with you. The only time we want to see you is in court when you're in shackles. Let's also not forget the reservoirs in California are now filled. These are just to name a few of successes that Trump's had in just 2 weeks. It's going at such a breakneck speed. Democrats don't know which way to cry, moan, and complain about. They can't keep up with it. And it's funny watching them because I've watched Chuck Schumer and he used to have a little twinkle in his eye, a little passion when he gave those speeches. Now you can tell he's just reading off a piece of paper, and it doesn't have a heart in it. I guess it might also have to deal with the DOJ investigating him for his threats of a certain Supreme Court justice. Yes, you are right. Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, starring as pile manure number 1 and number 2. It's some of this you gotta laugh at because you can't make this shit up. It's too goddamn funny. It really is. Come on. There we go. Man, I'm getting the chats up and running in X. And we are running on Jersey Joe Talks and SHR Media Group, broadcasting live. Now, we're going to get on to some serious stuff here. And I want people's opinion when they listen to this. Is the governor admitting to breaking federal law and harboring an illegal alien? Is he trying to set up a raid that nobody's there? Does he think just by him goading them, they're going to come running, break down his door? Does he think the state police is going to stop federal law enforcement, especially if they have warrants? Because well, let me play the video and just you make the call from here.
But there's someone in our broader universe whose immigration status is not yet at the point that they are trying to get it to. And we said, you know what, let's have her live at our house above our garage. And good luck to the feds coming in to try to get her. So it's going to be a whole combination, all of the above.
Good luck to the feds coming in and getting her. Well, here's another little question. Let's, for the sake of the argument, concede he is harboring an illegal immigrant, which is against the federal law. His house has New Jersey State Police executive branch there at all times. They know who's in the house. Does that mean that they are harboring also? Let's go to Biff. And first, you have to somehow confirm that Murphy does have an illegal in his home. The name of that individual, and if she is, in fact, an illegal invader, because this is an easy setup. And that's what I'm wondering, too, BZ. I agree 100%. I think he's trying to goad him into going and then go, ha, 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 I don't have one here. You know, but, all right, let's see what. Yes, I saw that. We'll get to that in a minute, Sean. Now, let's, for the sake of the argument, let's say it is an illegal immigrant in his house that he's harboring. Should we be sending in federal law enforcement and arresting the governor? Should we be arresting the state police? They are harboring and breaking federal law if that is the case. Is a governor exempt from that? Because I thought the Democrats were running around for the last couple of years saying no one is above the law. But here we have a governor bragging and goading federal law enforcement. Now, the one I feel sorry for somewhat is this poor girl, if she exists. Because she's going to get dragged into this, into something that she may not wanted any attention from. And then I loved how he goes into, I still have a house in Germany. I was the German ambassador. We still keep a house in Germany. You might want to head to Germany. And this, I'm letting BZ take the lead, as this is his, shall we say, forte. He says she's got to go outside sometime. If she is illegal, confirm it. If so, take her. Then submit for a warrant of arrest. The federal system does not work on the concept of fresh arrest. Okay. And I agree 100% with you, BZ. But what about the state police that are guarding that house that know everything about everybody in that house? They are also breaking federal law. Are they exempt? Because I'm getting tired of, well, I was just doing what I was told. I was following command. It's... I mean, yeah, it could be a stretch, but you don't think This branch of the New Jersey State Police, executive something it's called. It's basically like the state's version of the Secret Service. Their only assignment is political people. They are at that house. They are the ones that answer the door. They know who's in that house, and they know the status of those people in the house. I'd be like, would I be exempt having a cartel member in my house? I'm pretty sure I'd get arrested just as easily and then get charged with harboring and all that. I wish one of these state police members would step up and do the right thing. But it's New Jersey, so I'm not going to hold my breath. All right. Now, Sackhead Sean passed along a little, hang on, post. Where did it? What? Oh, that's what was going on. All right. Nope. Here it is. Let me bring this up. I know I jump around subjects a lot too. For those that don't know, Mexico has bent its knee to Donald Trump. And I'm wondering if part of that concession and yeah, a subpoena that would be warranted, and I agree with that. But with this, we have United States Air Force signals intelligent platform aircraft flying over Mexico for the first time in modern history. Now, we have classified cartels as enemies of the state, known terrorist organizations. Is that part of the agreement with Mexico that they allow our military to start surveilling these cartels, their movements for a possible strike? And this right here, anybody can go. What is it? Flight tracker. Hang on. I believe it's Flight Tracker 24. Yes. And track just about any flight in the world. As I do that, there's some, looks like some military flying over parts of Texas. A McDonnell Douglas T-45C Goshawk. Without looking at it, I don't know. But anybody can go on this app and pull the flight tracking up to see something like that. So it's not top secret. It's information that's readily available. There's a lot of planes over. But yeah, if you go to Flight Tracker 24, and this, and that's the thing, everybody threw a hissy fit. Oh, Donald threatening terrorists against Canada. Donald threatening terrorists against Mexico. Oh my God. What are we going to do about Corona and avocados? What about my guacamole? Well, Anybody with a half a brain knows when you go into a negotiation, let's say this bottle here is worth $5 and you want to sell it. You don't go out and say, I want $4 for it when you want $5. You go out there and go, I want $100 for it. So by the time you get to the where you want, the other person thinks they took advantage. So when you go and threaten tariffs, say you're going to take control of the Panama Canal, you want Canada to become the 51st state, they're negotiating tactics. So when he's doing all this, and if you looked at the Canadian dollar and the peso, they dropped. I think the Canadian dollar was down to, it was only worth like 34 cents. And the peso was only worth 47 cents. And then all of a sudden you got their presidents crying uncle. That's how you do business. You go in to win. And yeah, I don't know. It could be still international airspace. But I'm just wondering if, part of agreement is allowing our military to start surveilling. We did give a concession to Mexico that we would try to stem the flow of weapons into Mexico. That's all fair, love and war. Sometimes you got to give a little to get a little. But it's these Democrats are making mountains out of molehill. They don't know which way to go. Panama Canal has surrendered. All right, they haven't turned over ownership to us, but they've canceled all the agreements they had with China and are going to go back to charging us a reasonable price and not extra. We're the ones that designed and built the goddamn thing. Should have never been turned over to them. But that's what Democrats do. They're like the French. They love to surrender to foreign nations. When it comes to American citizens, Democrats love to screw you over. All right, we're going to be right back after this brief message.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Attention, all patriotic women of faith. Yep, I'm talking to you, sis. Are you looking for high-quality, super soft apparel that reflects your love for country and your devotion to God? Look no further than Carry Girl Gear. Picture this. You rocking a tee so soft it's like being hugged by a cloud, all while showing off your love for God and country. Sounds dreamy, right? Well, welcome to reality, babes, because that's what we're all about here at Carry Girl Gear. We specialize in super soft tees, tanks, and more, designed specifically for the strong, patriotic woman who proudly wants to carry their message of faith and freedom. When you shop with us, you're not just getting a t-shirt. You're joining a community of like-minded women who are proud to wear their beliefs straight on their tees. So whether you're sipping sweet tea on the porch or leading the charge for faith and freedom, do it in a Carry Girl tee. Because life's too short for stiff, boring tees. CarryGirl.com, where faith and freedom meets fashion.
Come listen to BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show. Live on select and exclusive Tuesday and Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Rumble channel, SHR Media YouTube channel, X, Twitch, Spreaker, and wherever great conservative podcasts are found. BZ, your conservative Sherpa, guides you through the maelstrom of Democrat, leftist, and globalist lies, chaos, deceit, and betrayal. Raised as a free-range child with dirt, stains, mud, and freedom, BZ broadcasts from North Idaho, comfortably surrounded by actual normal people. Jump into our plush, sumptuous, palatial, and resplendent chat room on rumble.com. Click on live chat to join. Now, with 37% more umbrage and 19% more bulbosity than previous shows, featuring delicious Liberty additives for the best in late-night conservatarian talk radio. BZ reminds you that with great beard comes great responsibility. No chinchillas were harmed, embarrassed, fat-shamed, or the focus of any sarcasm whatsoever in the making of this ad.
What is the Edge of Liberty? News, politics, commentary, sarcasm, alcohol, and high blood pressure. It's as American as a good revolution. So tune in every Monday and Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast on the SHR Media Network and KLRN Radio. For details, visit www.shrmedia.com.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless right here on shrmedia.com. Conservative media done right.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Last night, my wife started complaining she's not feeling good. Think she's getting sick now tonight. I'm sitting here starting to get sniffles. Oh, she's getting me sick again. Leave it to the wife. So Pam Bondi passed a filibuster vote tonight, 52 to 46, I think it was. Yeah, 52 to 46, which should put her vote set for Wednesday. It is... God knows how slow process because the Democrats are dragging their feet on this, and they think it's funny. But when it's their time, don't ever complain, because I hope the Republicans slow walk your nominees. We haven't done it. We may have giving and want some talk. But we haven't slowed it down to one a fucking night. It's getting ridiculous. To the point, should Trump just call for recess appointments? It's getting to be ridiculous. It's like a bunch of children. This is how bad the Democrats are with their messaging. 1 minute they're crying that Donald Trump's going to ruin the economy with the tariffs. Mexico backs down. Canada backs down. Look at that. Trump didn't do anything. Well, if he didn't do anything, how would he destroy the economy? But if he was going to destroy the economy, that means he did something. You now have Canada putting extra money into security for the border to stop illegal immigration from Canada into the United States, to try to stop the flow of fentanyl into the United States. But they don't talk about that little agreement that was done. How about the fact that Mexico is putting, 10,000 troops on the border to try to stop the flow of fentanyl into the United States? In the meantime, do you know who the main culprit behind all this is? China. But yet Democrats still want to do business with them. And which senator or elected official was it? Andy Yang. All right, not it. But he's with the Democrat Party. And he posted the poll, Quinnipiac University poll, view of the Democrat Party. Favorability is at 31%. The lowest I think they've ever been, with unfavorability at 57%. And he says, I think not running a primary had something to do with this. No, do you know what it had to do with? I mean, and that's one of the things. They have no message. They cry like little kids constantly about everything. They stand up for the cartels. And if you ask how, by not wanting the border secure, they are helping the cartels make money by coyoting, I guess it's called, the illegals in here, having them carry drugs on them. So cartels are getting stronger just by that, why the Democrats sit there and think it's a game to play, as Americans are murdered over this. Also, what hurt them is keeping the border open and allowing the flooding of fentanyl into the country when you have a congressman with the Democrat Party going, well, we've only stopped 43 pounds of fentanyl. Yeah, 43 pounds doesn't sound that much. But when you're talking drugs, that's enough to OD 100 million U.S. citizens. So that congressman with the Democrat Party, and I didn't save that tweet, post on X. It's just sitting there, shows their lack of empathy. I'm pretty sure the thousands upon thousands of families that have lost family members due to fentanyl overdoses understands it was only 43 pounds of fentanyl. They also go to show what they really think of women, besides the whole women in sports, or men in sport, women's sports, men in women's locker rooms, men in women's bathrooms. They're not doing anything to stop the flow of sex trafficking into this country by the cartels. And they allow that to keep going on. How anybody could vote for a Democrat that is for open borders, that wants to protect these foreigners, especially when you have these illegals running around with foreign flags saying, fuck America, but yet they're crying because they are going to get deported out of this country. If you don't like the country, get the fuck out. Go back to your country. And if you want to praise your country that much, I understand national pride. I have no problem with it. But you're now an American. Have pride in this country. That's why you came here. But if you think your country's so great, there's the door. Don't sit there and bitch when we're giving you free flights back to your country. And we saw that in LA last night. We saw the police being told to back down and leave while these riots started. Why do Democrats always want to help other countries before even thinking about helping the United States? Sending over billions of dollars to Ukraine. While North Carolina, people are living in tents because of a hurricane. What also hurt them, the constant lying, saying the economy was great. It's all in your head. It's all a lie that you're believing. Economy's tanking, food's going sky high, everything's going sky high in cost. And the Democrats are out there telling you it's your imagination. And now all of a sudden, now they want to talk economy. Now they care. No, they don't. They think it's a message they tell you to get you to back them again. Look at us. We care about the economy now. No, they don't. You wonder why the Democrat Party has such low ratings when they constantly, still to this day, call Americans Nazis, racists, or sexist anytime they disagree. And the constant lying to the American people when we show them on video what they say. And they still keep up with their lying, insulting us, saying we're too stupid to figure it out. And then you tried silencing our free speech under the guise of disinformation and misinformation. Because that's all they did the whole election. And what's funny is he brought up that about not having Americans vote for who the Democrat nominee is. Maybe part of the problem also was instilling their own person in without any vote while crying at the microphone. Republicans are going to destroy democracy. And that's what they were doing. Democrats do it time and time again. When you see them pointing their fingers, accusing, that's exactly what they're doing behind closed doors. And Americans are waking up to it. Thanks to sites like X that allow free speech, that aren't stemming the flow of information. People are waking up and finding out they have been lied to. Not just by their elected officials. They were lied to by the media repeatedly. And the mainstream media wonders why no one's watching them. It's amazing how all of a sudden, we don't know. When everybody's telling them why. And what did they do with the DNC the other day vote? That it was sexist and why they lost. I'll tell you what, I am happy. So happy. The vice chair is David Hogg. I don't think anybody else could do as much damage as David Hogg's going to do. You're backing this kid like he's the Messiah. He's a retarded Muppet. He goes up there. They got their hand up his ass. They pull his strings. He talks. He can't debate. And this is where we're heading as a country. I don't know if the Democrat Party can survive much more. And I'm laughing about it. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I know I'm going like a minute early. But last week I didn't do any breaks at all. I'm actually working on a new commercial. I'm waiting to hear back from the company.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Are you looking for a way to boldly express your faith and love for your country? And check out Seven Armors, the premier apparel company for patriotic men of God, where faith meets freedom in style. Our t-shirts are more than just clothing, they're statements. Bold, stylish, and meaningful. From timeless messages to modern designs, we've got something for every patriotic man of God. Wear your beliefs proudly with Seven Armors gear. Don't miss the chance to wear your faith and freedom on your sleeve. Visit 7armors.com today and join the movement. That's the number 7armors.com.
Come listen to BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show. Live on select and exclusive Tuesday and Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Rumble channel, SHR Media YouTube channel, X, Twitch, Spreaker, and wherever great conservative podcasts are found. BZ, your conservative Sherpa, guides you through the maelstrom of Democrat, leftist, and globalist lies, chaos, deceit, and betrayal. Raised as a free-range child with dirt, stains, mud, and freedom, BZ broadcasts from North Idaho, comfortably surrounded by actual normal people. Jump into our plush, sumptuous, palatial, and resplendent chat room on rumble.com. Click on live chat to join. Now, with 37% more umbrage and 19% more bulbosity than previous shows, featuring delicious Liberty additives for the best in late-night conservatarian talk radio. BZ reminds you that with great beard comes great responsibility. No chinchillas were harmed, embarrassed, fat-shamed, or the focus of any sarcasm whatsoever in the making of this ad.
Freedom. One nation in all of human history was built on that bedrock. Ours. A republic of the people, by the people, and for the people. Self-government requires freedom, just as freedom requires an individual willingness to self-govern. Freedom has made America exceptional. But it can only last as long as you and I seek the good, as expressed by the laws of nature and nature's God. It can only last if you and I choose to act as people of character. Forging character has been the pursuit of Hillsdale College since 1844.
And welcome back to the Reaver Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless, or at least I try, right here on SHR Media, conservative media, done right.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Please, I'm begging you. Please. I'm desperate. I don't know what to do.
Begging.
Please subscribe.
What I'm trying to say there is, whatever platform you're listening to us on, hit the like, follow, share, subscribe. All that helps with the algorithm and helps get the message out. So I'd appreciate it if you would. It's free. We offer it as a complimentary button to push. BZ funds that straight out of his backstage furniture funds. So I'd appreciate it if you could help out. Now here's Justin Trudeau. What I find funny is Justin Trudeau just tried to start a trade war with the United States as the man has agreed to that he's stepping down. Yeah, that's just what I want. The guy that has nothing to lose tell me he's going to start a trade war. But just as fast as it started, it ended with a whimper. He said, I just had a good call with the President Trump. Canada is implementing our $1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing the border with new choppers, technology, and personnel, enhanced coordination with our American partners, and increased resources to stop the flow of fentanyl. Nearly 10,000 frontline personnel are and will be working on protecting the border. Now, here's something I'm going to talk about another YouTuber. He had bought these wheelchair off-road wheelchairs. They're electric. And he made a deal with another YouTuber that makes these at cost. He would buy them. And he would take them up to this charity group in Canada and give them to them. These idiots, these Canadian Border Patrol, refused to let him bring them in. He didn't have this medical form. He didn't have that form. He wasn't pulling shit out of his ass. He wasn't paying taxes on all this shit. When the guy called Border, told him what he had, where they were going, what he was doing with them, they told him, this is what you need with you. And come on into Canada. Thank you for doing this for us. Border Patrol blocked him, threatened to arrest him, throw him in prison. But yet Canada did not want to step up and slow the flow of fentanyl. But they're going to stop someone that is donating 4 electric off-road wheelchair, whatever you want to call them, and giving them to a charity group for disabled people. That's the danger that they're worried about. Not the fentanyl. About some electric wheelchairs. He had to turn around and head back home. What ended up happening is the guy he bought them off of ships out to Canada all the time, these electric wheelchairs. So that guy decided, out of the kindness of his heart, that he would pay through his shipping to get him in free of charge. And he wasn't charging, anybody. He was donating all that. So 2 American companies donated a shitload of money to send these off-road wheelchairs. But Canada can't bring those across the border. They're dangerous, but we'll let fentanyl flow freely. And when our president steps up, we have so-called Americans fighting against that. How sad do you have to be that you want to you're angry now, especially, that Trump's won this little tariff war. They're upset America won. That's how sad these Democrats are and how badly they're losing. They're upset that we're winning. Not Republicans. America is winning. And they're upset. This is also the same group that are mad at Elon Musk for proving that our politicians have been stealing tax money and wasting tax money. And they're mad at Elon Musk, not the politicians who have been stealing. Now, to show you how stupid that would be, I noticed someone was stealing something out of your pocketbook, your wallet, your bank account. And you got mad at me for showing you you're being robbed. But you weren't mad at the people robbing you. How stupid would you look for that? And that's exactly what the Democrat Party's doing right now by being mad at Elon Musk for pointing out all this waste. I know why the politicians are upset, because all their little side projects are losing money, which means they're losing money out of their pocket. You don't get someone like Chuck Schumer, who's worth $78 million. He gets paid $175,000 a year. People have been bitching for a very long time in this country. We need change. We need our politicians held for the corruption. But then we actually go and start holding these politicians to the corruption, and you get upset. I just can't get it through my head. I know they'll come up and say, it's Trump, it's Trump. Sort of like Governor Murphy, that jackass. I was listening to a radio station this morning. My wife loves listening to this radio station she used to listen to up in New Jersey. That's how I found that clip and everything. But a woman called up and said, well, Trump was doing all this illegal thing, so Murphy's just doing it. What? It's not going to get into the whole Trump prosecuted politically part, but because Trump did it, so Democrats should do it when it comes to doing illegal things. So I guess I can go out and start robbing banks because other people do it. I'm not going to do it. I ain't that stupid. They don't even have logic. They've lost any sense of reality. They've lost their sanity. And it just boggles my mind. This is where we are in a country. And I want to thank Senator Mullen. I think I'm saying it right. He actually explained what was going on because a lot of us are getting tired of this 1-2 votes a night. And he put it, he actually explained it since he said he's getting a ton of questions on the confirmation timeline for the cabinet. And I give him credit for coming out and explaining it to people. And he said, Dems know we have 53 seats, meaning our Republican majority will inevitably win on final confirmation. But we need unanimous consent from all members to bypass the 30-hour rule. So, per Senate rule, cabinet secretary nominees can only be processed one at a time with a 30-hour debate for each one unless that time gets waived. And as I said, it would take all of them voting on it, and the Republicans or Democrats refuse to do that. They're refusing to allow the process happen. Even the nominees who receive a 100% bipartisan support out of committee, they're still dragging the process out in an attempt to hurt Donald Trump. Now, when I see this, the only one I see that should be hurt is the Democrat Party. They are trying to hurt America. They are trying to hurt the American citizens because they lost the election. Or Sackhead Sean might say he lost his erection. I just... And then even watching what's going on in my state that I reported on Friday, it's still going on. And what it seems like, there's a company, True Leave, which if I understand right, is a company that deals with medical marijuana and all that. And this past election, we had an amendment that would legalize marijuana. But one of the reasons it didn't pass, amongst several reasons, is it only allowed you pretty much to buy from one or two corporations, and one of them was True Leave, True Leaver, or whatever it is. And a lot of people wanted, saying that Why can't we grow like 3 plants of our own? And I love this one person's compromise. Hey, let us grow up to 3 plants on our own property. Only allowed to smoke it in the privacy of our home. No public smoking. And even that, I was like, you know what? I can get behind that bill. That I wouldn't mind. Because I don't want to smell this all over the state on beaches, at fishing piers. I don't. But that's what this is over. This company is upset because they would have been the major supplier. So now they're trying to hurt DeSantis. And they're starting a fight in our state, trying to pit DeSantis supporters against Trump supporters. And they're trying to act like they are MAGA. And it's not working. A little bit, but mostly no. And yes, I agree both with BZ and Saskatchewan. Canadian leftists, they were losing their shit. Holy fuck. Even the joke of the 51st state, they were losing their shit. You think we actually invaded them by mentioning that? Holy shit, people. It's leftists are losing, it seems, right now. They're losing all over the world. People are getting tired of it. It is not freedom. It's not freedom what the left is promoting. At the same time, crying, that everybody else is trying to destroy democracy. The left needs to take a step back. Take the L like you're used to taking it on the chin. Regroup. Be honest with yourself why you fucking lost. Don't expect people to back you immediately. You're going to have to go through your actions to prove that you changed, which I don't see right now. And it's going to take a while to actually prove that you changed. But they won't. They're too arrogant. They're too self-worth. They think they're smarter than everybody else. When actually I think a retarded Muppet would be smarter. Who's that Muppet that just... Not Beaker, the chef. That guy's smarter than most of these Democrats. They're putting their eggs behind David Hogg, AOC. Those are dreams for us Republicans. That makes the fight easier for us. Because they damage the party all by themselves. They damage themselves all by themselves. They make themselves look bad. AOC is making herself look like an unhinged lunatic. These Democrats running outside the U.S. aid. Give me, oh God, they're tearing it down. It's funny. The place was created by EO by JFK back in 1964? But yeah, David Hogg got torn apart by a teenager on social media. Not on a date. Don't insult the kid like that. He just tore. David Hogg can't debate. He can go up there, pump his fist, act like he's a badass. Don't act. Shit, look at that. All right, everybody. Don't forget, tonight, 11 p.m. on the right coast. That'd be Eastern Standard Time. 8 o'clock on the left coast, Pacific Time. You'll have the great Sackhead Sean and the Edge of Liberty. I want everybody to tune in and jump in the chats. I may be there. I got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I might pass out beforehand. My wife's car is still not done, so I spent a lot of time getting up, driving her to work, going to pick her up, and it's like an hour each way. And here in Florida, especially in the Tampa, everything is an hour from itself. So that's par for course. But with that, I want to thank everybody for being here. I really appreciate everybody that took the time out of their busy schedule to listen to me. And don't forget to catch all the great shows. Big Earl Show, BZ, Sackhead Sean. We got some new shows coming up that are going to surprise you. They're going to surprise you. But until Friday, I'll see you guys 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on shrmedia.com.